Really good to come up here and have played the way we played, and really all three phases of our football game and all three phases of the game. A ULM team that's really had some momentum. I mean, they're very well coached. They've got great skilled players. Their quarterback, Caleb Evans, I mean, always capable of doing something really, really big. And I think our defense held on the third fewest yards in school history. In total yards, we talk about doing things for the first time around here. That's what's really so great about you. You can do a lot of things for the very, very first time and be the change and do all that stuff. Most rushing yards in school history. Longest run from scrimmage in school history. First punt return for a touchdown in school history. This was a very, very good day for us. A very, very rewarding day for us. We've had a rough couple of weeks. We've had a pretty good non-conference schedule. That sometimes those losses can really dictate how your team really grows and how it becomes the character building, you know, the success, all those things. I mean, it was really, really ugly. You know, there was a lot of ugliness in those first three contests. But to see it come together in one game here against ULM, in our stadium, at Georgia State Stadium, in front of our fans, to have as much excitement should really put some people in the seats. That's what it should. Because there's an opportunity to do this a few more times. There certainly are. But really thrilled to death with the team's performance. We had a meeting last night, and I kind of walked out. And it's really, really good because really on Friday nights, I get a chance to really be alone with our football team. Our coaches are on the road recruiting, and it's just really me and them watching a movie, and then I have an opportunity to get with them by myself there for about 5 to 10 minutes and really share exactly what I want to share with them, and not having a whole lot of interruptions. And I walked out of that meeting last night and went in my room and locked the door and said, "There's no way we're going to meet tomorrow." It's a really good feeling. There's a lot of concentration in there. I told them that don't just listen to me, but hear what I had to say. But I can't say enough about the effort. Any questions?
Coach?
Yes, sir.
So, of course, going into last week, you were saying you wanted to teach your team how to fight and clean some things up from previous games leading into this week. What is something you probably realized at practice that you did that kind of that may have helped you this game as far as being the first in Georgia State history to break these rules?
Well, I met with our coaching staff. You know, it's our coach's job, our position coach's job to coach our football players in their position groups. It's my job to coach our coaches, to pinpoint the needs of our football team where sometimes they don't necessarily see it. You know, I work very closely with our offensive football team, and I'm not going to be embarrassed to say it was a tough Monday for our offensive coaches, a very, very tough Monday, and for myself as well. And then, you know, I walk down the hall and I go in there with the defensive coaches. So there had to be a sense of urgency. There had to be some things done. And talk about fighting. I told them we had to fight, and that's what we did.
You mentioned the day of first and record-breaking game, Sept being a freshman and being a part of that. Can you speak on what you've seen from him in these first games?
It was very, very evident from the day that all those backs have stepped on campus that they had the opportunity to really take long ones, to break long runs, something that we haven't had the opportunity to do here. Certainly not a season ago. We just didn't have the speed, the electric spark to get through the line of scrimmage before safety could actually pinpoint their target point and to tackle these guys. But Seth's got it. He's got a one-step quickness that he can burst and accelerate and get through the line. When it's blocked correctly, he'll have the opportunity to do it multiple times. And so it's the same thing with Coates. It's the same thing with Dawson Hill. You know, we got Trey Barnett. But our backs, they have the opportunity to do that now.
It seems like every week we know that Penny being the dynamic part of the offense that he is, he's gonna always try to find a way to get his yards and get his jump. It seems like every week there's a new wide receiver who suddenly has a big blowout game. Can you just kind of speak on St. Fabian's play today?
It's really funny because 2 weeks ago, you know, we go over our travel roster on Wednesday, and Sam's name's on there. And Sam's been practicing with us, but you pick and choose, you know, who you're going to redshirt and vice versa. And so we go, I look at him, I say, you know, what are we doing, Pinky? And they said, well, we got a couple plays for him. You know, I said, well, hey, listen, if he's going to travel, he's going to play. You know, I'm not into this to just bring him on the trip and feed him. But he is a really good young football player. He may have the best, he's got the best ball skills of probably our receiver group. He's got great height. He's got really good competitive spirit. He loves to play the game. He's got a smile on his face. He doesn't mind hard work. He doesn't mind hard coaching. But it takes a little longer for these freshmen, as you can see, to kind of get ready to play. You just can't throw them out there. But Sam's a really good young man. I'm really thrilled that he got out there and had the opportunity to make the plays that he did. And he will continue to do that from here on out. Yes?
Understandably this week, so it's kind of early to see some improvements on practice, but now having seen all these practices display today, what improvements did you see on the field today that you really need to play?
Most rushing yards in the school history. How about that? I mean, I don't know how many times I've been here, and probably since day one. Coach, are we going to be able to run the ball this year? You know, hey coach, are we going to be able to block anybody? Coach, we got any backs that can do anything? I'm more proud of, listen, being an O-line coach, more proud of having the ability to line up and run the football when they especially know you're going to do it. That's really, really rewarding. And to do it with such young backs just puts a smile on your face.
Yeah, you had more than 38 minutes time possession and were 9 of 16 on third down conversions. How does it help the offense and also help your defense and just helping with the flow of the game?
You're talking 38 minutes of possession time?
Yeah, and nine third down conversions.
Well, I can tell you one thing. If you're a defensive player, you're probably upset you didn't get to play a whole lot because you practice a whole lot during the week and you want to go out there and play. But listen, it keeps fresh. We don't have a whole lot of depth. I mean, we really don't. We have some young depth. Especially on the defensive line, that's probably not ready to really go in there and sustain a number of plays. So when you have the advantage of holding the football and staying on the field, it gives those frontline guys an opportunity to stay fresh and really be able to motor. You saw we had pressure on the quarterback today. You saw with that pressure we had turnovers in their throw game. So that pays huge dividends for us. And listen, to know that you're staying on the football field, it just drains the defense when it continues to successful third downs, and they're at fourth down. We fumbled on the last fourth down attempt, but those are just, oh man, you know, if you're a defensive guy, I played defense. Every time they converted a third down or a fourth down, and I had to line back up and do it all over again, you couldn't get off the field. It really takes it out of you. Yes, sir.
Can you talk a little bit about the fast start you guys had and the confidence that they have given the team?
You know, you always want to get off on a fast start, but it doesn't always mean that, hey, the ball game's going to go your way. They returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown against us a year ago. You talk about fast start. That's a fast start. But to see us, when we went back-to-back with a fast start, when an offense and defense can put it back-to-back, and then you can really kind of get up, when I say 2 scores on them, and then you start saying, all right, we're on to something here. A fast score, a 7-0 ball game really doesn't mean a whole lot. But when you score, hold them, and then put another score up, the whole mindset changes. Their mentality, our mentality, it fuels us a little bit more. It takes a lot out of them. I really love the fast start, but it really continues more so than that first drive.